In class today, we were at page 77 and we were looking at exercise 2, and our topic is percentages, and we want to first establish what is a percentage. And we can find that answer quite easily on page 77 at the top. It says a percentage is a fraction with a denominator of 100. So quite easily, once we establish something with a denominator of 100, it means that we are looking at a percentage. It goes on to say, or percent is the number of hundredths that represent the part of the whole. Right? So we could just add here that a percentage is a what? A fraction, and the denominator should be 100. So for example, we have 8%. This is the side for percent. We just have a simple slash with two small dots on either side. So 8% would really be 8 out of 100. So 90% is really 90 out of 100. So here we have two simple examples. 8%, 8 out of 100. 90% is really 90 out of 100. And we have the sign there for percent. So to follow up on this now, if I do a test and I have 100 questions on the test and I get 60 of those, 60 out of the 100, what score do I get? I would get 60%. Next time around, I study harder. I create my schedule, and in the evenings I review my work, and the next time around I get 80 out of the 100. What do I get? I get, for my score, 80%. However, I'm improving, and I get 100 out of 100. I would have gotten 100%. Okay, and this is really what I want you to do. So here we have 60 out of 100, 60 things out of the 100, and we have 60%. 80 things out of 100, we have 80%. And if we have 100 things out of the 100, we have the whole, or we have 100% of it. Okay, exercise 1 asked us to look at a little diagram here. It has a box divided into 100 pieces. So question 1 says, into how many squares is the figure divided? 100. Question 2, what percentage of the figure is each square? It would be 1/100th, or 1%. Okay, what percentage of the figure is marked with lines? So question 3, what percentage of the figure is marked with lines? That would be 12%. If we count up the boxes that have lines running through them, we have 12%. What percentage of the figure is unshaded? That would be represented by the white boxes. So that would be 36 such boxes. 36 out of 100 would make 36%. We have for 5, what percentage of the figure is shaded? And I am going to use the ones shaded pink, or that reddish color, to represent the shaded portion. And when we count them, we get 28, so that's 28%. And finally, for number 6, what percentage does the whole figure show? And that would be 100 out of 100, being 100%. Okay, so that was exercise number 1. Now to exercise number 2. And exercise number 2 is all about converting percentages to fractions. And here we have an example. It says, and this rule applies, To convert a percentage to a decimal, A, remove the percentage sign and divide the fraction by 100. B, reduce to the lowest terms where possible. And they have an example. Their example is 25% would be 25 over 100. 25 over 100. If we divide 25 by 25, we will get 1, and we divide 100 by 25, we get 4. Another way of looking at this is finding the highest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. So 25 could go into 25 one time, and 25 could go into 100 four times. So we end up with a fraction of a quarter, or 1/4. Example B now, we have 7.5%. First, we need to change that percentage to a that mixed number to an improper fraction. So we would multiply the whole number by the denominator and add the numerator. So it would be what? 2 times 7 being 14. 14 plus 1 giving me 15 over 2. So 15 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 100. So we now end up with what? 15 over 200. And I could divide my 15 by 5, and I would get 3. And 5 into 200 would go 40 times, my answer being 3/40, or 3 over 40. So those were the examples on page 77. So now we're going to examine the first 6 items of exercise 2 on page 77. We have 18%, and we need to change this 18% to a fraction, and we will simplify as best as possible. So we have 18%, which is really what? 18 over 100. And 2 can go into 18. It can go in there 9 times. And 2 could go into 100 50 times. So, and we can't bring it down any further, so we have 9 over 50, and that would be our answer for number 1. Number 2, we have 44%, which is really what? 44 over 100. And we could use 4. 4 into 44 going 11 times, and 4 into 100 going 25 times. We have 11 over 25. We have 110%. Now, if it's out of 100 and we have 100 things and we have 10 more, we simply have 110 over 100. Okay? And we could use 10. We could say 10 into 110 goes 11 times, and then 10 into 100 goes 10 times. Or some people will say 0 cancel 0, and we end up with 11 over 10. Either way, we still have 11 over 10. We could change this improper fraction to a mixed number by saying 10 into 11 goes 1 time with 1 over 10. Okay, so these are the first 3 items of exercise 2 on page 77. Now for items 4, 5, and 6, we have 12.5%. We would change our mixed number here, and we would say 2 times 12 would give us what? 24, and 1, 25 over 2, and we do what? Multiply by 1 over 100. So now we we could work it out like this, and we could say 25 times 1 is 25, and 2 times 100 we have 200, and we could say 25 into itself one time and 25 into 200 8 times, our answer being 1/8. We could cross cancel, and we could say 25 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 100. We could say 25 into 25 1, 25 into 100 4 times, and we could say 1 times 1 1, and 2 times 4 being 8. So it depends on where I do the reducing, but my answer in both cases, whichever approach I use, is 1/8. Number 5, we have 99%, so we have what? 99 over 100, and we can't bring this, we cannot find anything that is common to them to reduce this any further. So we move on to number 6. 33 and a third. So 3 times 33 is going to be 99, and 1, we have 100 over what? 3 multiplied by 1 over 100, and we could quickly cancel 100 into 100 one time, 100 into 100 1. So 100 cancel 100, 1 times 1 1, and 3 times 1 3. So our answer here is a third. So I'm hoping that you have gotten the basic idea of transforming these percentages to fractions. Okay, so take your time, look over what you have done today, use the video, go over it, go over the items, what you did not get, what you did not understand properly. Please review.